What means do you think did the Lord use to explain to the Jews the reason for their not believing in him? The means he used was to tell them the truth. And he said in John 8:45, "And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not." The lie, as it is said, turned into their flesh and blood, and made them incapable of receiving the truth. Why do people not believe today? For the same reason. The Lord speaks the truth, and therefore they do not believe. But how can this be? Are they not all learned? And do they not talk only about the truth? They have many words, but no works. The weaving of their schemes is like the spinning of a spider's web, but they do not notice the flimsiness of it. The principles of their systems are groundless, and their conclusions cannot be proved, but they are satisfied with them nevertheless. There is now such a demand for hypotheses that it seems that they alone make up the entire content of their minds, and this is reputed to be solid education. They apply the fog of their dreams to the few facts they have procured, and in this fog these facts appear in a totally different way than what they are in reality. Nevertheless, this is all reputed to be the sphere of immutable truth. So their mind has gone rotten, and its taste has been ruined. How can it contain the truth? And so they do not believe in the Lord, who speaks only the truth. This narration comes from the Questions and Answers, question 89, of St. Anastasios of Sinai. He further records that when the people heard this narration, the people were greatly benefited. And being filled with fear, they lamented their own sins. They would see the man weeping and not eating, and they would beg him to eat, but he adamantly refused. He would furthermore go to the churches, and falling down to the ground, he would cry out with a loud voice and many tears, saying, "Woe, woe to those who sin and do not repent. What a fearful hell and exact judgment awaits them." In this way the man spent his 40 days, fasting, praying, and weeping and preaching. Many people repented of their sins because of this man, and he reposed in the Lord after it was revealed to him 12 days beforehand, the day he was to pass away. This narration is placed in the Synaxarion to be read on April 28th for the benefit of all. Narration of the miracle that took place in Carthage of Africa. During the reign of Emperor Heraclius, when the Exarch of Africa was a patrician of Nicetas, a strange miracle took place there. In Carthage there lived a man named Tunezi, who was a soldier. And when the city fell under an epidemic, he departed with his spouse. They went to their home in the country where they resided so as not to become ill. But the envious and murderous devil lured this man into sin and led him to commit adultery with the wife of his farmer, who cultivated the land. He then fell ill with hernia and died. 3 hours after being buried, however, he began to shout from the grave, saying, "Have mercy on me, have mercy on me." Having opened the grave, they found him alive, yet he was unable to speak. The Patriarch of Alexandria, Vitalius, strengthened him with words of comfort. 3 days passed when this man began to speak, and he narrated the following. "The moment when my soul was coming out of my body, I saw demons, like Ethiopians, who stood next to me, and they had a gaze that caused terror and horror. Then I saw 2 angels in the form of beautiful young people who approached me, and with their presence my soul rejoiced. The angels took me with them and ascended into heaven. Then the demons of the toll houses in the air examined my every sin. Specifically, one demon examined my falsehood, another envy, and another greed. To these sins that were examined by demons, the angels responded with my good deeds. Once we arrived at the gate of heaven, the devils of another toll house met me who examined the sin of fornication, and they revealed the adultery I had committed a few days prior. The demons of the toll house of fornication defeated me and pulled me into the bowels of the earth, where the souls of the unrepentant are damned. And what happens there cannot be described with human language. While I lamented for having reached this point, the 2 angels appeared, to whom I cried out, saying, 'Take pity on me and help me to repent.' Then they took me and put me in my grave. There I found my body like mud and muck, and did not want to enter it. But they told me that it was not possible for me to repent in any other way unless I did so in my body with which I had committed my sin. I therefore entered my body, and once my soul was again united with it, I began to yell." These things the soldier narrated, and having lived without food or drink for 40 days, while weeping and lamenting for his sins, he died.